Hello everyone, welcome back to Yarns and Fins, and for today's video I'll be sharing with you how to crochet this cardigan using bean stitch. In this tutorial I will be working with the size extra small, but you can customize it to your size as we get into the video. So without further ado, let's start. We will start making the cuff for the sleeve, and to begin, make a slip knot in chain 11. Now, starting on the second chain from hook, make a single crochet in each chain. That will be our first row. For a row 2, chain 1, flip your work and work back loop single crochet in each stitches across. For row 3 onwards, we will just repeat the same pattern on row 2 until it's able to wrap around your wrist. I made a total of 38 rows, but you can adjust if you want a much fitted or looser cuff. Now working on this side, begin with a chain 2 and then we will work an increase on the first stitch. Increase means working 2 half double crochet on the same stitch. Now to make a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all loops. Next, work 1 half double crochet in each stitches across, and then work another increase on the very last stitch. I'm here at the end of our first row, and this is another increase. For row 2, begin with chain 2, flip your work, and then another increase on the first stitch. Then 1 half double crochet on the next 5 stitch. Work another increase on the 6th stitch, and we will just alternate 5 half double crochet and an increase across the row. At the end of the row, make an increase on the very last stitch. Now for row 3, we will repeat the same pattern, but instead of an alternate of 5 half double crochet and an increase, we will alternate 3 half double crochet and increase. Row 4, begin with chain 2, flip your work. We will now start making the bean stitch. To make a bean stitch, skip 1, insert your hook on the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over, insert your hook on the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all loops, then chain 1. Again, skip 1, insert your hook on the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook on the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through all loops, then chain 1. Repeat that till the end of the row. At the end of the row, if the stitches are not enough, you can adjust. Just make sure that your last bean stitch is on the last stitch. For row 5, chain 2, flip your work. Now work your bean stitch on this space from the bean stitch of the previous row. Chain 1 and work on the next space and across the whole row. Repeat this row pattern until you have your desired length for the sleeves. So I made a total of 58 rows. Then, after your last stitch, chain 1 to secure, and then cut the yarn, leaving at least twice the length of the sleeves. We will use this excess yarn to join the pieces together later on. Make 2 of these sleeves. Now we will be working with the front panel, and to make the front panel, make a slip knot and chain a chain that stretches a quarter of your bust circumference. For example, mine is 20 cm and I chained 34. Make sure your total chains should be an even number, and then work your first bean stitch on the 4th chain from hook. Chain 1, skip 1 chain and then another bean stitch on the next. Repeat that until the end of the chains. For row 2, chain 2, flip your work, and just like what we did on the sleeves, we'll work our bean stitch in these spaces from the bean stitch of the previous row. Repeat the row pattern until you reach your desired length. I made a total of 48 rows, and then after your last stitch, chain 1 to secure and cut the yarn, leaving an excess of twice the length of the piece. Make 2 of this front panel. For the back panel, same pattern will be used with the front panel, except that your foundation chain should stretch half of your bust circumference plus 3 inch. For my size, I did 80 chains. Then, using your excess yarn and a darning needle, join the pieces together as shown using whip stitch. So as you can see, I've already joined the panels, and this is how it looks like. And now I will show you how to join the sleeves and how to do the whip stitch. You can use your stitch marker to hold the piece together so they don't move while you are joining them. So this is the whip stitch. You will also do the same on the other sleeve. Using also whip stitch, we will attach this side beginning at this corner, going to the end of the sleeves. After that, turn the piece inside and out, and then attach your yarn in this corner, and we will do the edging. To begin, chain 1 and then work 1 single crochet in each side of the rows until you reach the corner or the end of the other panel. Once you get to the end of the other panel, chain 8. Then work single crochet starting on the second chain from hook across. That will be our first row. To get to the next row, slip stitch on this 2 stitch from the base, and then flip your work, and then back to the single crochet rows. Work back loop single crochet in each stitches. Row 3, chain 1, flip your work, and then work another row of back loop single crochet. Don't forget to make sure that your single crochets are always 7. Again, to get to the next row, slip stitch on the next 2 stitch from the base and flip your work. Repeat the last 2 row pattern for the whole edging. Once you're done, it will look like this, and then whether you ended up here or here, chain 1 to secure, and then cut the yarn and weave all ends. We are again done with our tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for you to get notified on my new uploads. Thank you for watching.